Hello, God bless from Up Ministries. It's me, Dick Jr., coming to you today to read you Amos chapter 2. I prayed and I asked God to help me to speak with you today before I started this. And I suggest that you pray and ask God for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding specifically. And He's going to give them to you, especially concerning the Word. So anytime you place yourself in the Word, ask for those. There's a prayer very similar to this in Ephesians chapter 1, verses 16 and 17 by Paul for the church of Ephesia. That's just one place. But I also suggest that you go to God with other things in prayer. Anything, really. But, one's needs, job, money. But don't just take the bad stuff. Take the good stuff. Thank Him for your food. Start there. Start a little small. But try it and ask Him and talk to Him. Do I know how these prayers are going to go? No, I don't. I do know this, though, that God is a prayer answering God. How do I know that? Because just for one thing, that I have been surviving since 2018 as a stage 4 colon cancer patient, okay? I've also seen other people, though, pass on, so I don't know who's who and what's what, but I do know that God answers prayer. Here's the thing, though. If you don't ask Him, you won't receive, and that's scriptural, too. So, ask Him and receive, okay? And, you might just go to Him with something and pray and get your prayers answered. That's what it comes down to. And if He doesn't, you're the same as it was when you asked Him, aren't you? Just don't give up and have some faith. That's all. So, that being said, I'm here in chapter 2 of Amos, and I'm going to go ahead and read this today. Thus says the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Moab, and for 4, I will not revoke its punishment, because he burned the bones of the king of Edom to lime. So I will send fire upon Moab, and I will consume the citadels of Kirioth. And Moab will die amid tumult with war cries and the sound of a trumpet. I circled that because this war cries and sound of a trumpet comes up in other places with a cry and a trumpet. I will cut off the judge from her midst and slay all her princes with him, says the Lord. Thus says the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Judah and for 4, I will not revoke its punishment, because they rejected the law of the Lord and had not kept His statutes. Their lies also have led them astray, those after which their fathers walked. So I will send fire upon Judah, and I will consume the citadels of Jerusalem. Thus says the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel and for 4, I will not revoke its punishment, because they sell the righteous for money and the needy for a pair of sandals. These who pant after the very dust of the earth on the head of the helpless also turn aside the way of the humble. I circled the way, because this is the way. And a man and his father resort to the same girl in order to profane my holy name. And I think it's talking about temple prostitution. And maybe something more sinister than that. But I'm going to go on. On garments taken as pledges, they stretch out beside every altar. And in the house of their God, they drink the wine of those who have been fined. Yet it was I who destroyed the Amorite before them, though his height was like the height of cedars, and he was strong as the oaks. I even destroyed his fruit above and his root below. It was I who brought you up from the land of Egypt, and I led you in the wilderness 40 years, that you might take possession of the land of the Amorite. Then I raised up some of your sons to be prophets, and some of your young men to be Nazarites. Is this not so, O sons of Israel, declares the Lord? Nazarite is a sect of men set apart for the work of God. But you made the Nazarite drink wine, and you commanded the prophets, saying, you shall not prophesy. Behold, I am weighed down beneath you, as a wagon is weighed down while filled with sheaves. Flight will perish from the swift. The stalwart will not strengthen his power, nor will the mighty man save his life. He who grasps the bow will not stand his ground. The swift of foot will not escape, nor will he who rides the horse save his life. Even the bravest among the warriors will flee naked in that day, declares the Lord. So that is Amos chapter 2. Thanks for listening, and God bless.